everyone! Have you ever been to India? Well, even if you have, I'm going to surprise you and show you some unusual parts and tell you about the things you probably didn't know about that country. So welcome on our journey to magical and spiritual country, India. Stay tuned! What comes to your mind when you imagine India? Maybe some fruits or great beaches, maybe women wearing sari or saint cows or monkeys jumping around, or maybe just beautiful nature. I'll tell you more about India. You are actually unlucky if you were born like a woman, not like a man. Well, men are luckier in India and they're treated differently. Boys are treated differently than girls. It all comes from the day they come into this world and continues throughout their life. Yeah, in big cities like Mumbai, they try to fight for women's rights as well, but they hadn't succeeded in it yet. And in all other small towns and villages, there are no equal rights for men and women, for boys and girls. They are treated absolutely differently, and sometimes a woman is treated like a thing, sometimes even worse than a thing. If talking about maternity leave, in India it lasts only 12 weeks, and after that the mother has to leave her little baby either with relatives or hire a babysitter or take the kid, this little baby, with her to her work. And she has to continue working. Well, as I told you before, India is really diverse and there are different regions. Some of them are really poor. Some people live in the slums and they have to survive. They have to struggle to survive. They can't afford bringing their kids to the kindergarten. In India's educational system, there are no state kindergartens. But of course, for really poor people, for socially disadvantaged people, there are some municipal kindergartens. They work from 9 to 5, and sometimes parents bring their children there just to give them the possibility to have some food, some free food. These municipal kindergartens exist as they receive some charity investments. Rich people contribute money, and sometimes people from other countries contribute money as well, and that's how they exist. So charity organizations, they buy stationery, books and food for the kids who go in such kindergartens. If your child is 2 years old, he or she can already go to the kindergarten. The kindergarten starts at 2 years old. For others who are not socially disadvantaged, who are not considered socially disadvantaged, they have to pay for private kindergartens. And private kindergartens, they work from 9 till 2 p.m. 9 a.m. till 2 p.m. and you have to pay like 10,000 rupees a month, and it is quite expensive. If you want to leave your child from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. there, then you have to pay extra. In India, children go to school at the age of 4. Yeah, they start preschool at the age of 4. And they start school at the age of 6. Before starting school, they actually have to know how to write in Hindi and in English, how to read in Hindi and in English, and they have to know 2 alphabets, Hindi and English. And sometimes their own language, their own dialect, as in India there are more than 400 dialects, yeah. So there is Bengali, Telugu and lots of other dialects. The kid who starts school should also be able to count up to 100 and to know the numbers as well. This is a typical preschool in India. The kids are 4 years old. At the age of 5 or 6, they actually start school. And these are the walls of the school, which have these really meaningful signs. This is the headmaster, and these are the prizes in Havelock School, and this is a part of a lesson. Let's talk about transport in India. If you want to commute to work, so the best way is to use subway, or the cheapest way is to use tuk-tuk or to walk. Some rich people can afford to buy a car. To hire a taxi is quite expensive in India, and most people don't use this way of transport, only rich people or foreigners who don't know about other ways of transport. If you come to the subway, there are such signs there. Also, one of the most popular things is to use a scooter. There are also sleeping buses which come from one city to another. You can also use a boat and have a boat trip. There are a lot of entertainments for tourists, and this is a typical food in India. It is called thali. Most of Indian people are vegetarians. This is a spice market, and it is okay to brag about the price. You can always get a discount. It is normal and it is acceptable. Cows are really everywhere. You can touch them. These are the people who sell jewels, or actually I think these are just beads made of glass. This is Joan, and these are women. They work really hard, and Indian men say that the women are really strong and they work sometimes harder than men. And this is a beautiful nature, beautiful beaches and animals which are ready to be touched. These are people who are really caring and hospitable and nice. And you can of course find lots of saris, and everybody is so willing to help. Everybody shares their wisdom. They come to the beach to meet a sunrise or a sunset.